What's the best diet to get to that perfect beach body? Is it keto? Is keto really worth it? So years ago, I personally did a form of keto diet. It was called the Anabolic diet. And I've got to say, it takes a bit of willpower, but like anything, if you stick with it, it can work. Unfortunately, for my version of a keto diet, consisted of me going low carb most of the week, and the weekends I do carb loading. But I'm here with the real Keto King, Alan Reeves, who has been living this life for quite a long time and has excellent results to show for it. So hi, Alan.
Hello.
Welcome.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. So you've got, you do training and fitness coaching.
Yeah.
You've really been a big advocate for a keto diet.
The keto diet really changed my life for the better, because I've always trained. I was doing bodybuilding since age 20, in the gym since 17 years old. So it's always been part of my life. But in my 30s, I found myself gaining weight. I couldn't lose that. I could never get the 6-pack. It was a 4-pack, then it became a 2-pack. But then I went low carb for a couple of weeks, just before holiday. Weight dropped off me. I thought, wow. And I stuck to it ever since. It is 8 years later. So now I've become an expert in the ketogenic diet, or the anabolic diet. I know all about Mauro Pasquale that wrote that.
Right.
And I have lived that one as well, doing strict keto for a couple of years with almost zero carb. It was like less than 25 grams of carbs per day for 2 years. So it is sustainable.
Yeah.
Then I went cyclical, because Pasquale's diet is a cyclical ketogenic diet. I've tried them all. So there is variations. I've also done targeted keto diet. That's where you eat carbs around your workout. So depending if you are, for example, a boxer, you need that explosive short bursts of energy, or a UFC fighter or something, then you would choose targeted keto, and a little goes a long way, because you become so insulin sensitive that when you have that small amount of carbs, I'm talking 30 to 40 grams before a workout, it acts almost like it would be 200 grams.
Yeah.
And it just boosts you through that workout.
So what's the ratio then of fats and carbs and proteins that you're trying to
Question.
reach?
When I won my first competition, I remained on around 82% fat. Super high fat, and went low protein. I had a coach at that time called Keto Savage, and he does it that way. So of course I listened to my coach and did it that way, and I won the competition. Was it perfect for me? I felt the protein was a little low, because I like to eat a lot of steak.
Right.
So then I raised it up and did about 65% fat, 30% protein, 5% carbs. That seemed to be my sweet spot, and very easy. Steak and eggs, some butter. And so now I sit between 65 and 75% fat.
And it's saturated fat mostly.
Mostly saturated fat from butter, coconut oil, MCT oil.
And any omega-3s from fish, or?
Yeah, I eat sashimi once or twice a week, and it's mostly salmon. I take krill oil supplement and macadamia nuts. I believe I've got some omega-3s in, but mostly salmon.
Now, I mean, you don't have to share with everyone, but some people would argue that all the high saturated fats would lead to elevation of LDL.
Yeah, most people don't know what they're talking about with cholesterol and fat, unfortunately. Yeah. We've learned now that LDL is not a good indicator of heart disease. It's, in fact, most people with high LDL have got better immune systems. It's the actual particles in the LDL, because you have small particles and large particles, VLDL. Keto makes those particles large and fluffy. So you actually want your cholesterol as high as possible. You want your HDL as high as possible, and your triglycerides, that's the important
you want
one.
them to be low.
That's the fat in your blood, and that's what I'm feeding on. So if you're having carbs, you're putting fat into your blood. It converts the sugar into triglycerides, whereas I burn the triglycerides.
You're using that as fuel. So what have you seen in your profile then for your cholesterol?
My cholesterol, I've had it taken today, so we'll find out. But the last test, my HDL was more than double my triglycerides. And now somebody who's eating carbs, it's normally the other way around. Right. Yeah, which is proven to be dangerous. My way around, they say you'll live forever.
Yeah, no, there's a point. You don't want your LDL to be too low either.
Yeah.
And so again, make sure people talk to their doctors before they never on this. Most doctors probably won't have a clue.
75% of people last year that had a heart attack had low LDL cholesterol. Maybe it was the statins that are on them. And again, I follow various doctors, like Dr. Asim Malhotra is a friend of mine, and he says you shouldn't take statins, and it's got all the details for that, more than I can say. He looked at my cholesterol profile and said phenomenal. So that will do for me.
All right. Well, how can people find you to learn more about keto and what you do with the training?
I have Instagram mainly is Coach Al Reeves, and a YouTube channel called Keto King.
Okay, we can link that to our channel. So.
Exactly. And if you need any help with this way of life, then I'm happy to help.
All right. Thanks, Alan. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks,
and, for everyone else, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out our other videos about TRT. And the other video that Al was in will be also posted, so you might want to check it out.